What's up, guys? So we are working on the Bondo portion now. So I want to get this all nice smoothed out, and then the underside as well, where we welded this onto underneath. So I've got some metal reinforced body filler. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this and I'm going to lather it on. I have a couple gaps I want to fill, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. From there, we'll sand it off, get it all smooth. Got some stuff up here I want to patch too. I've got to do a little bit more sanding, tear away some of this stuff. We work on both sides. It doesn't matter too much that it like looks perfect. I just want it to be kind of smooth, so that when I do take this off, it's not just like giant pits here. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this, get this all smoothed out, get some body filler put on there, and then yeah, I'll do it on both sides and get underneath the car. You know, it's about time for that intro. Let's hit it.
I need a beach house out on the island. I need a bankroll for my deposit. I need a closet, the type you walk in. I need $100,000 in my wallet.
We now have a strip put across here, around here, and then there is a little strip along the bottom as well. Currently working on grinding down our welds here all around. I got these ones kind of ground down, like not really, like enough so that I could have worked on the body kit, but I gotta really grind these down more. And then I gotta do here and along the bottom as well. That's kind of where I'm at right now, just working on that. I'll eventually get to like this portion here where I will fill this part, but yeah, just working on covering where I'm welding right now, especially underneath, to be honest. I need to really get that all covered up. Let this all dry now, and you can still see the line a little bit. So I'll have to put another layer on top of this, just so I can cover this completely. But what's nice is that this is now sealed, and this supposedly won't rust. So I'll believe that. Underneath, I still kind of want to see if I can show you guys. Like this here, I want to rust coat and then I'll Bondo it and get it all level and flat. But for right now, I need to coat it first and then I'll do that. That's kind of the goal for this up front over there, because I'm going to do it over there too. And then that back corner. And then while I'm doing that, I'll go, while it's drying, I'll go to the other side and I'll do this on the other side as well. It's all nice and like super solid now. I'll have to sand it down, get it nice and flush, but it's looking not bad. I'll have to sand down it more, kind of see what I'm working with, and then probably put a thinner layer on top. Kind of put a big layer to start off with on top. But yeah, it's all nice and solid now, which is nice. And then sanding is gonna be kind of tough because these are kind of weird edges to do. It's gonna be a little difficult to get that. I'm gonna rust coat it kind of with all this stuff and what's on the interior, do underneath, and then after it dries, we'll go back and we'll start bondoing the whole thing. I might have to clean it up first because I think I'll probably want to clear off like the paint and the undercoating a little bit, so I get a little bit more space so that when I lay down the rust coat, obviously you have to coat it further in to get all the rust completely. Surprisingly enough, this has been like a few day project. It's been ongoing, but this is kind of where we are now. So this side I have coated completely. I'm really just trying to like cover the welds and then refinish it. This is metal flake Bondo, so it's fairly hard and solid. I think it's okay to use. I'm not 100% sure, but while I let this all dry, I am going to start filling these with just regular Bondo, kind of the messed up areas. You get a little bit smooth. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's underneath the wide body kit, so it doesn't really matter. But I do want to clean it up a bit and get it just looking a little bit nicer for when I do that. And then we'll get it back to being nice and smooth around here. I'm gonna fill this whole thing, go around here. I'm gonna go right down to where our seam seal is, and then yeah, get it done. And then there we go. We have patched that hole. Looks a little funny. I also gotta do this up here, but did it on both sides. We got that going on. I had to clean the area first before I put anything on because I have been doing a little bit of sanding. I'm going to be bondoing this side as well, like this portion, after I sand down the metal bondo. And then I'll put the just body filler bondo on. I'm gonna let it dry out for a bit. I gotta run to the store, grab some supplies, some sandpaper, sanding block. I seem to have lost all my stuff for bodywork, even though I've done this on other cars. But I guess when I was setting up my garage, I ended up losing everything. Anyway, we are here. It's looking pretty good. I put a little bucket in there when I was moving cars around, just because I don't have seats in there right now. But yeah, anyway. This is what we're looking like. I am going to be probably sanding next. I kind of want to sand all this stuff, and then I'll get the green bondo on here again, and then we'll get it really smooth. But for right now, this is kind of questionable, but it's going to be like that, I suppose, until I can do an actual good job sanding this. Made lots of progress here. So as you guys can see, this is fairly flush now. I do have some low spots here and kind of around here, but now I'm gonna put the green bondo over top of the metal bondo. That's looking pretty smooth. Looks real nice. Can't really tell too much. I mean, if this is painted over, it's obviously not like perfect right now, but if it was painted over, it'd probably look decent. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just sanding with 80 grit right now because I want to get the bulk of it off, and then I'll eventually get like the general shape. I'm gonna put a little bit more bondo on, just to make sure it's smooth, and then I'll start going back with finer grit sandpaper. This is where we are at right now. Looks pretty good on this side. This is kind of a whole ordeal of its own, just because of the fact that like this is our seam sealer. It's kind of the same on the other side, doing the same thing. We are currently still working on this side right now, actually, but it is pretty smooth. I mean, it's pretty dusty still. I'm gonna have to clean this all off after and then put a coat on, but right now I'm pretty satisfied with how it looks. This I'm not too satisfied with, the bottom, but then again it's gonna be underneath the side skirt and then it'll be covered, so you won't really see it too much, but I do want to get it better so it's nice and flat and smooth across. But this is coming along pretty nice. This portion here is sanded in real smooth. Gotta do a little bit more work here, but this overall is pretty nice. Same with up top. Up top's pretty nice. I gotta work on this piece here because I can feel a bunch of ridges and stuff here. I gotta do this again as well, and then I obviously have some more pitting here. I'm going to put the green filler over top of this though. Once I get it a little bit smoother, a little bit nicer, and then I'll put green filler down. And then we'll be pretty much good to go on the back portion. I mean, once that's all done, then we'll get the wide body kit back on. Alright, with the absolute surplus of dust everywhere, I'm actually gonna take the shop vac, and I am going to vacuum everything up here. So I did a little spot here, check to see if it worked, and it does. So I'm gonna vacuum all this up so I can get a better look at this, help with some cleaning, and then yeah, we'll get this thing looking slick.
So you're telling me I can't have a dream? So you're telling me I can't have a dream?
Settle down, light.
So we've got 3 coats on now. Show you guys how we look. It's pretty much done. It looks pretty good. There is a couple more spots where I have to add a little bit more, but it should be the final coat of regular Bondo, and there's just like a couple spots that I'm gonna have to get just like some small like putty sealer. Like there's just like some spots where I have dips and stuff, so I'm not able to get it perfect. But oh my gosh, there's so much Bondo. But as you guys can see, like we've got this thing. It doesn't really pick up that well on camera, but it's pretty much super flush. So I'm grinding away for like 2-3 days now, just repeating the same process, to be honest, of just sanding Bondo, sanding Bondo. I also did this little spot up here. There's a couple more dents I want to do, and it's pretty much ready for paint. There's not too much more that I got to do, so pretty happy. It actually looks really good. I'm gonna put a little bit more Bondo in these stressed out areas, like up here and around here, and then I'll finish off this. This side is good, that's good, all along there. as far as bondoing goes. I think this is pretty good. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't really think I can notice anything though. It's kind of nice. I feel like once I sound this out completely, it'll be good. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna keep working. This corner is kind of a problem. So I'm gonna do this little like along the wheel well here, along the seam sealer. And then I'm gonna keep working around here, fill all this, and then do it on the other side as well. The other side, I kind of messed this up, and it didn't end up coming out smooth like this side did. This side is like basically like a nice smooth ride down, whereas the other side is not quite like that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Do the other side, put some more Bondo on, and then the next time you see it, you'll probably see me filling these little spots here, like little dimples in the Bondo. But yeah, we'll keep going with this. Alright, here's what we did for our fourth coat. Some more Bondo on here, just a little bit more. And then this side, I accidentally messed this one up. So this is like my fifth or sixth coat on here. And then we went around the arches again. I had to go underneath, a couple holes in the bottom I want to do, and then there's a couple more low spots. And then after I sand this down, this might need another coat actually up here. But this does not look too good because it's going underneath the wide body kit, but I just want it to look like decent. I don't want it to be super wavy. I think it overheated a couple times when I was welding, so I'm assuming that's why I have some low spots. Like this side's pretty good, but I did this side second when I was welding, so I would think I just had a better feel for it. But yeah, I accidentally messed this up. I was fiddling around with this and then I ended up just like, anyway, that was a whole thing. But yeah, no, we're it kind of looks the same because you can't tell, but this is like a baby, like a light shade of green. It's not silver anymore. Kind of looks silver. Kind of, you can see the blend. Like that's silver Bondo. That's green Bondo on top of the silver Bondo. Like the silver Bondo is metal Bondo. That's the green Bondo, like body Bondo over top. And then there's like silver on the bottom, which is like the paint. And then black. This car has a ridiculous amount of colors at the moment. I won't lie. And then it's just so dusty in here. Like this is all caked in. This is Bondo dust. But yeah, we are so close. We're so close to being done. You can feel it. The next portion will be sanding this down, and then we will get to filling our little pits that we made by accident. Similar progress, so I ended up sanding this down, got this nice and smooth, and then I got this done, but then I realized I kind of had a low spot here, so I put some more putty on Bondo, but now this is nice and smooth. And now this is all smooth. I had another low spot here and at the bottom here, but this is all done. I had to fill a little bit more here, but it doesn't feel too bad. It's looking pretty good. I could put normal putty, but I'm just gonna use the pet filler one. And then on the other side, a really low spot. Like I'll probably have to double this up again. Like after this dries in a little bit, I'll have to add more there. Again, get it a little bit higher. And then we'll be good there. Another low spot here. But other than that, this is completely done. So here's this side in its glory. Quite the extensive process, won't lie. I have a couple more spots I need to Bondo and smoothen out. Car will be pretty good. I'll have to redo the wheel wells at some point, but yeah, now I'm just grinding away here. I'm gonna have to probably sand this away, clean this up. It's kind of like weird flaking. Like I feel like there's Bondo under here, but it just wasn't done properly. I'm not even sure really what this is. Maybe this might be clear coat actually. Like the clear coat's coming up, but I don't know. I'll have to sand this whole thing anyway, kind of soon. But as of right now, I'm pretty happy because I'll probably finish this tonight. And like probably another 2 hours of work, and then all this that I've done here the last like couple days will be completely done. I guess yeah, this was probably only a 2-day process, 2 or 3 day process doing like this portion here, getting it all super smooth and stuff and sanding down. Also did the underneath side. Let's see if you guys can see that. Here's like the underside. Coated that, and then yeah. But we're pretty close. We'll be done pretty soon. And just like that, we are at the end of our bodywork journey. So here is the spot putty. So this was just used for like the pits and stuff, like low points, stuff like that. This is looking pretty good. This side's all good to go. And then here is the other side. The other side has quite a bit more. Just because I kind of, not messed the side up, but I kept re-puttying this side, and then, I don't know. I think I was trying to use the spreader when it had already dried a little bit too much, and then I ended up creating a bunch of like gaps and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. And then once I do a full sand of the whole car, then I'll smooth these out. But for right now, this is where I'm gonna leave this video. I've already been on this for days. It's been like a week or two, but now we are finally ready to move on to the front. And once we get there, then we'll be pretty close to getting ready for paint. But yeah, so this is where we are at with this. Our back side's all done, and then we also did the underneath side. I gotta clean it up, but it's essentially the same thing. I was just covering. Just wanted to smooth out the welds because it would have been a pretty harsh line just because I did lap welding. But yeah, anyway, this is what we're looking like. So there we go. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and follow along for more. We'll be back soon.
This time I know that I'm coming close. I feel like I'm sure